Hi, lovelies. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Chioma, and I love to talk about mindset, beauty, lifestyle, and sometimes travel, but I haven't yet. So, today I'm going to talk about the self care trap. Every time I get on TikTok, what do I see? Skincare, makeup, morning routines, beauty routines. The do more so you can do less, beauty maintenance, all types of things, which I love it. I love to do beauty routines, hair care, all that, right? The self care stuff, shower routines, I'm all for it. But at some point, you have to ask yourself, is this a trap? What's going on? Because it's getting a bit strange, it's getting a bit overwhelming, it's becoming too much. So, these routines are supposed to be aspirational, they're supposed to be motivational. It's supposed to be about caring for yourself. But sometimes they just come off as exhausting and overwhelming, right? And that brings me to the performative self care. Sometimes you see these people, and yes, while you appreciate the effort that it takes to care for yourself and do the proper exercise, to do the skincare, to maintain the eating habits, to maintain your beauty, you can also see how it all just leads to aesthetics and only caring about the physical, how it leads to consumerism and just capitalism in general, right? And with the exhaustion, sometimes we're too busy because now everybody's trying, of course, to be a content creator, which rightfully so, because it seems like that's where the money is. So, with that, people no longer feel comfortable with the routines that they have, even though those routines work for them. They feel like they have to go out of their way to have these elaborate routines that are going to garner attention, to have the most glassy of all the glassy skins. You know what I'm saying? They have to be more glowy than the sun itself. I don't know. But people just feel like they have to do the most. And then you also see on the other side where people that have their skin is not that great. It wears on their self-esteem. Or maybe people that don't have the money to do all that. It wears on them. But truly, what is about self care? It's supposed to be about caring for yourself, right? In the way that you can, in the way that truly benefits you, not just flaunting your elaborate skincare routine on social media, right? That's not what self care is about. So, what I'm noticing now, well, it's always been like this to an extent, but now even more than before, is that we all feel the need to perform on social media, right? It's no longer enough. You can't say, oh, I just wash my face with Irish Spring, which don't do that. But you know what works for you, hey, that's what works for you. And I remember I had seen a video about somebody saying, oh, don't wash your face in the morning, just use this. And people were like up in arms. But the truth is, there was a period in my life where I wasn't washing my face in the morning because that's what was working for my skin at that time. And I had noticed that by not doing that, right, by not washing my face, my skin would look better. Because at the time, I didn't have the money and I didn't even know to go to a dermatologist because I didn't know that my acne was hormonal. So I had cystic acne, but I didn't know that. And of course, I was trying all the products, I was doing all the things the people on the internet said, but it wasn't really working. But I had noticed that if I didn't wash my face, my skin actually looked better the next day. So, of course, in that instance, not washing my face worked for me, but it might not necessarily work for somebody else. Right now, I have been able to go see a dermatologist and I do wash my face in the mornings. But back then, that was just what worked. So for the person that had put it on there, hey, don't wash your face in the morning, it works for them. But then people are talking about them crazy because they feel like, oh, that's not the right to do things. Or you see people on the internet that they'll destroy their skin barrier because they're trying to use all these actives that they don't need because they feel the need to not just do their skincare, but to perform skincare, do extra, do more, right? So it's not enough for you to just use your cleaner toner moisturizer anymore, maybe an eye cream, right? No, you have to use vitamin C, you have to use niacinamide, no, you have to use this, you have to use that. And even though you're so young and you don't need it, you have to use the tretinoin. I feel like people need to pull back from the performance of skincare, much like the performance of hygiene. But that's a whole other story for another day because that is even more insane. But people need to pull back from that and focus on what are the real things they need for their skin that's good for them. And instead of just worrying about performing or using the latest products or using the new Korean beauty viral product on TikTok, just use what works for you. If your skin is already perfect, then just use what you've been using. Maybe you can change it every once in a while if you want a different taste. But if it works for you, it works. But a lot of people do feel that pressure to perform a certain level of self-care, which of course I'm just using skincare in this example, but this also applies to, let's say, working out. People feel the need to do Pilates and how girl walks now. But if you is the lifting weight and the running that works for you, then just do that. But people feel the need also to perform in the way they eat healthy, right? It's not enough to eat just what you would normally like to eat. Now you have to eat sweet potatoes, and you always have to put cottage cheese, and you have to maximize the protein on every single thing. And then you have to eat ground beef, and you have to eat the chicken and the rice and the broccoli. It's basically the chicken and the rice and the broccoli that the men were going through back then. But now women are joining, and we're all doing this cottage cheese thing and the protein everything thing. Do what works for you. If it doesn't work for you, then don't do it. It doesn't make any sense. I like with the self-care, we're now into a trap where the performance of it, the look of it, being able to capture that aesthetic of it is more important than actually doing it. Which is why some of these routines, they'll do it and it's like, oh my God, by the time you're done doing that, you need a nap. Because it just took you 5 hours just to do your morning routine. You're exhausted. How can you go to work after that? So I'm definitely starting to see that performative side to it. And then that's when you get some people going more and more extreme. Because the thing with these things is you could always top the last person. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, I wake up at 7. Now this person's waking up at 5. Oh, wait, I wake up at 3. Oh, my 2:30 a.m. routine. Damn. You're waking up at 2:30. When are you sleeping? You know what I'm saying? So I definitely feel like we need to look at the side of the self-care that's becoming and has become very performative. The next thing I want to talk about is consumerism as self-care. And this ties back into the performance of it. But in this part, I want to talk about how self-care is no longer about just washing your face or do your hair routine or whatever. It's not, okay, let's say you go to wash your face. You can't just wash your face. No, now you must put on the headband. You must put on the fuzzy headband. You must have the two armbands to catch the water. You must have the foaming wash that you can, you know how they do what's that thing called? The ASMR videos. Now you must have the sound. I'm saying you must put a face mask on every day. You must put a serum and then put the moisturizer, but you have to put it in a way that is so aesthetic. And then also everything must be color coded. Maybe your color is pink. So now everything is pink. Your shower curtains are pink. Your floor mats are pink. And all the bottles are pink. So sometimes you might not, if the bottle doesn't come in a pink bottle, so now you're transferring your product to a pink bottle that you bought so that everything is pink. But it's no longer enough to even perform the self-care act, right? It's no longer enough to perform it aesthetically. It's a specific type of aesthetic it must now be, right? So you must look the part, your aesthetics must be on point, and you must do it the right way in the right steps. You can't do it however it works for you, right? It's the same with working out. You have to have the Aloe or Lulu set to go on a walk along with your Stanley, a new Stanley that matches the outfit apparently. And all this before you even commit for 2 weeks. If you say, oh, I want to start working out, but I just need motivation. What are people telling you? Oh, buy some cute workout clothes. Babes, that's, you don't even know that you're going to keep running, but you're already going out to buy $160 shoes. Oh, you must have the hawkers now. Babes, you've only run once and you're not even sure you like it. You don't know you're going to keep doing it, right? All these things, they sound like a true opportunity for self-care, but in reality, it's just a way for us to feel like we're doing something by buying the things that give us that appearance. So we're not actually doing the thing, we're just buying the thing, because buying these things give us some type of emotional satisfaction, right? And it calms our addiction to overspending, right? it gives us a dose of dopamine. So now you don't actually have to go run every week like you said you were going to, because you bought the cute running set with the new Hoka shoes. I'm saying, instead of going on the hot girl walk 3 times a week like you said, instead you just buy the leggings and the jacket and the new Stanley that's gonna make you feel like you're already doing the work before you've even done anything. You haven't done any work yet, but you already feel like you've done it. And in the same breath, in this with the same vein, it also makes people that don't have those things feel like they can't do the work without having those things. So you see people that they want to start working out, but they feel like they can't go work out until they have the cute sets. Even though, yes, it might make you feel better, but what does having a cute set have to do with actually lifting the weight? It might make you feel better, but it doesn't do the work for you. Or people feel like, oh, they can't go run with their old shoes. They have to wait till they buy the Hokas to go run. Or they can't just do any workout. They have to wait till they can afford the Pilates classes to go to Pilates instead of just doing the workout they can afford and going to the gym that's $25. No, they have to go to the gym, to the Pilates studio that's $150 to $200 every month. So people want to do things, but then they feel like because they don't look the part, they can't do it. And that's how consumerism wants you to feel. Why? So that you can buy into capitalism. And that's the third thing I want to talk about, right? The capitalism of well-being. Well-being is a $1 billion industry. To be fair, why be well when you can just buy well-being, right? Why eat healthy? You can just buy apple cider vinegar and drink it with green tea and pretend like you're doing your big one, but then turn around and eat crazy. Instead of working out, let's just buy cute sets. Let's post on social media. Let's take our gummies. Let's take all these supplements that we buy instead of just eating the supplements in our food. Which, yes, I'm not against supplementation, but it's better if you eat it from your food. And most people, if they ate a healthy diet, do not need as much supplementation as we think. But when people look into well-being, they are immediately pushed into buying, especially these days on social media. I dare you to go look into anything like you want to do related to your well-being, and you will immediately see people immediately trying to sell you something, right? You want to drink more water? Oh, why don't you buy this new jug that has the markings on it for every hour, when you know you're not going to give a fuck? You want to eat healthier? Oh, I don't even know. Oh, buy my plan. Even though you could just ask ChatGPT to make you a weekly plan. You know what I'm saying? And everywhere you go, it's buy. Spend money here, spend money there. Right? And you're buying the appearance of well-being rather than authentically cultivating healthy habits, right? Sleeping on time, not doom scrolling when you're supposed to be sleeping, actually turning the phone off and going to sleep so you can have a well-rested sleep, so that you can wake up early, so that you can wake up well-rested and not hungry. So now you don't have to drink a bunch of caffeine in the form of these unhealthy energy drinks, right? And then eat a bunch of food because you're so tired because you didn't sleep well last night. Those are the kind of healthy habits you should be cultivating. But instead of that, they push you to buy. And then when you're looking for workout motivation, we're pushed into buying cute workout sets, new leggings, even though you can use the leggings you bought last year. You don't need new ones, right? You're pushed to buy expensive smoothies, juicers, which aren't cheap, I would know. And then if you decide to buy the juices from the store, those juices are not cheap. I remember I had gone to buy a juice, this itty bitty cup. It was $10. I was like, $10? Do you know how much fruit I could have eaten? I was like, next time I'm gonna just go buy fruit. Or even better, I'll just get some frozen fruit from the store and just make me a smoothie. It even has more fiber than the juice. That's crazy. $10 for the juice, that was crazy. They pushing the expensive smoothies, the expensive Pilates classes, or the expensive gyms that you don't need. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about eating healthy, they talking about these overpriced protein products, which what's up with the protein that's taking over the world? Absolutely not. Baby, I'm not even into protein that much. Just give me the regular. Because the regular will be $1, Maybe nothing is $1 anymore. So let's say the regular is $3. And then the protein version will be like $5. Huh. Or that magic spoon cereal, I think it's damn near $13. For an itty bitty cereal, absolutely not. Give me the $5 one. Give me the $4 one. You know what I'm saying? I'll eat some eggs on the side. It's just insane, crazy stuff, right? And then when we talk of rest and relaxation, instead of them to tell you, put the phone down, stop watching me, put the phone down, go to sleep. It's no. It's the candles and the bath routines, and which I'm not against any of these things on their own, but these should be additions, or these are not necessities for building the habits, right? You don't need to light a candle to have good sleeping, to have good sleep hygiene, right? You wouldn't go to any sleep hygiene class and they're like, you need to light candles and take salted baths. No, those things can help as a ritual, but also the ritual can be whatever you make it. If candles are your thing, which I do love candles, because who doesn't love to come into their room after a nice shower and their room just smells nice and warm and cozy? Of course, I love that. With the lights down, so you have dim lighting. You know what I'm saying? But is that the cornerstone of the sleep hygiene? Absolutely not. That's just a little extra to elevate what you should already have. It's like the decorations on your house. You're not going to build a house on curtains and that nice dining table. No, you're going to build the house on a solid foundation. Fingers crossed, because these new builds are absolutely insane. But you're going to build a house on a solid foundation, and then you're going to decorate it with the nice artwork and the curtains and all that. So whenever you want something, the answer is not a product. It's not a product. Whatever you're looking for, a product is not going to be, there is no miracle cure. A product is not going to be the solution. That's how you get an ad when they're like, oh my God, I used to be blah and I used to do. And I was just struggling so much. And then I did this. I used this one thing. I bought this one thing. Be so for real. They're trying to sell you on some shit and they're lying. So how can you fully, okay, in conclusion, because I've been ranting for a while, but I see these videos and it stresses me out. I'm not a consumerist kind of person. And the overconsumption I see, it actually low-key gives me anxiety. So I just have to talk about it. So how can we truthfully and truly rest and release when every step of your self-care is you laden with a push to buy more, which means more debt? Okay. And it just pushes you to be unsatisfied with who you are and how your life looks, because it doesn't compare with how their life looks, right? The truth is, the real self-care is found in sustainable practices and habits that fit your lifestyle, right? Where you focus on emotional ease and relaxation. That goes beyond surface level fixes and aesthetics, right? That's where you're truly gonna find that real self-care. So you need to find ways to build your resilience and inner peace without the trap of consumption. Instead of buying more things, focus on using what you already have, maybe in a new way. And let us challenge this capitalistic self-care narrative through genuine human connection and truly care for ourselves in ways that serve us. That's all I have to say. TDLR, stop buying stuff. The solution is going to be found in the practices and habits, not in the products or produce. So focus on habits and practices, not on buying shit. You do not need to buy nothing else. Matter of fact, try to get rid of some of the stuff you have. Try to use it up, right? I'm seeing a lot of Project Pan, which I totally support, because some of these products last forever. You know what I'm saying? So instead of buying new blushes, new lip glosses, you do not need 60 of them. Use up the ones you have. When you finish using the one you have, then you can buy a new one that you want. You know what I'm saying? This one lip gloss is not going to change your life, boo. Be so for real. Anyway, that's all I have to say for today. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.